in Rio de Janeiro, they knew the Gracie family were tough guys. They knew, well, not tough guys. They knew your martial art was important. They knew that you were hard fighters. Like everyone knew that in Rio. That's correct, right? But nobody knew that in America.
Exactly. That's what happens when Rorion first came to America. And Rorion was like, nobody knew about my father. We're talking the 70s. Nobody knew what Gracie Jiu-Jitsu was. After all my father is done, my family is done in Brazil, nobody knew about us. So that was Rorion's mission, to spread out Gracie Jiu-Jitsu in America.
Right, and Rorion used to teach in his garage, I think, there in Los Angeles. And then sooner or later, you kind of had these Gracie challenges where people would come in off the streets or bring their martial arts instructor because they wanted to fight you guys, because you guys were always saying, we'll fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. And no one was really doing that back then, right?
We offer to the students, hey, if you have somebody, a teacher or martial arts that doesn't believe, bring them in. Because the students will come in and tell us back in the garage days, hey, my wrestling coach doesn't believe this stuff works. Sure, bring them in, bring him in. But the idea was not the Gracie challenge back then. It wasn't exactly to beat them up, to beat the karate instructor or the student or whoever shows up back in the garage. The idea was to prove it to them that our style was better, and to gain that person as a student. Because back then we used to offer for every student that it was only private, half an hour private classes, okay? So every student, that every friend that you bring to take a free lesson, private class, even if he doesn't sign up, he comes in, take one free private class. You get a free private, half an hour private too.
Okay.
So your friend will receive a private lesson. So if you bring 4 friends, you got 4 privates. If you come once a week, that's your month. So that was it. And then students used to spread out the word. And then sometimes, once in a while, they'll tell the instructor or a friend that's a black belt or somebody they know, and the guy will go, I don't believe on this stuff. Sure, well, bring him in and we'll do a little sparring. But they will come in to fight. We were in a mission to try to convince him to become a student so we can beat him up.
What would usually happen? What would happen usually when someone came in and wanted to, I don't know, fight or prove themselves? What would usually happen?
Oh, they will come in. We just like, okay. A lot of the times we film those, but a lot of the times you do your thing. What do you want to do? A wrestler? Well, let's wrestle. I don't believe you can take me down. I'm the best wrestler in town over here. Sure. But when we go to the ground, even if you take me down, we continue until somebody quit. So even if he takes me down, but now I'm on the border, but I submit him, he's like, wait, how did you do that? That's not part of wrestling. We're not doing wrestling. Or karate guys who show up, and as soon as we get in a clinch, take them down, they're like, okay, stop. No, stop for what? We said, let's continue until somebody quit. You see, karate is good, but if you don't know how to escape from the bottom, you're stuck. So that was the idea. We were very under control, not to hurt the possible future student. Right. But they would come in to fight us. They want to fight us. We want to gain a new student.